What's good, y'all? What's good? This is your boy, the woke sports fan. Please say the sports fan. Your boy woke is here. Got a little new music, got to get the vibes right. Your great brother woke is here. What's going on, y'all? Appreciate everybody in the building. We about to cook a little bit. An impromptu show. We about to talk about WrestleMania 41. Who I think should win, who I think should lose. What happens if this one wins? What happens if that one loses? We got to talk about it all, y'all. We got to talk about it, y'all. If you're in the building, hit the like button. If you're in the building, hit the like button for your boy, man. Man, y'all. WrestleMania is tomorrow. Does it even feel like that? This is insane. I'm looking forward to the card. But I will say it didn't necessarily feel like Mania, right? I'm thankful though. So I think the first thing tonight, fade the music a little bit. Let me not say tonight. First thing today. Night one. What are we looking at night one, y'all? Night one. Night one, we got to start off with a match that, first and foremost, I don't even think should be on the card. We got to talk about the New Day and the War Raiders. In my opinion, this is not a main event. This is not a WrestleMania match to me. To me, that's not even a Raw main event match. They wouldn't even let Raw close out with that match. So the fact that they have it on WrestleMania is ridiculous. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this match, be honest with y'all. To be real, if any tag team should have been on this Mania card, it was the Street Profits. Because the Street Profits are 2, 3, 4, 5 times more interesting than the New Day right now. And it's not that they're not legends. It's not that the New Day is stale per se. But their heel turn was done horribly. Their heel turn didn't make any sense. And honestly, I'm still baffled about how they fumbled that. Because how does the New Day have a legendary heel promo? Looks like Woods and goddamn Kofi were about to turn on each other. And they did momentarily. To only then have that all fumbled. Adjust my chair a little bit. They fumbled all of it. To the point that the New Day now are damn near jobbers in the tag division. I mean, they finally got their little title shot. They've been crying for it, but it didn't seem like they really worked for it. It was no true build towards it. It didn't really make much sense to me. It's like they're almost just giving them a title shot and a Mania match just based off their tenure. It isn't really that they deserve it. It's not really that they're drawing fans in, people that interested in what they're doing. It's mainly because they're legends and it's just giving them that, because I assume next year there's no way that they get on Mania unless they're unifying with the Street Profits, unless the Usos are back in a tag team and they do some type of triple threat. I don't see the New Day getting on the Mania card next year. So maybe this is Triple H's little olive branch to them. The last time you'll be on a Mania card, And I mean, I'm not mad at they got a match at Mania, but it is a interesting thing. It definitely is a little telling that they're on this card instead of the Street Profits though. I'm gonna be doing a video about the Street Profits probably tomorrow, Sunday, sometime before Mania, or maybe even after. The Street Profits did an interview on Cam and Mace where they pretty much discussed, their careers, how they feel. And Cameron made a great point. Like, we want to see y'all on Mania. How come y'all aren't on WrestleMania? And you know, the Street Profits are trying to do their parts, not to be messy. They're trying not to cause a firestorm more than WWE already has. And they pretty much said, you know, salute to everybody that's on the card. You know, sometimes you gotta just play your role. Sometimes, you know, your time comes. Sometimes it is your time. Sometimes it isn't. But let's be honest. They're being extremely humble because they dang sure know they should have been on this freaking WrestleMania card. And it doesn't make sense that they are. So from there, let's get into the match. New Day and the War Raiders. In my opinion, I think that the answer is easy. Let the New Day win. The New Day, in and of itself, are 10 times more interesting than the War Raiders. The War Raiders, I truly don't understand why they even got the belts. Like, they get the belts, little to no fan pop. Who really cares about their matches? Hate to say it. I mean, salute to Ivar. I do like Ivar. But they're not doing it. The storyline's non-existent. The in-ring work, solid. But it's nothing interesting about them as a tag team. It's nothing interesting about them as solo stars. So, in my opinion, the New Day has to win this match against the War Raiders to have any hope of reviving the Raw tag team division. You got to put the belts on the New Day. They're both good on the mic. The legends, a legendary tag team. You got to put the belts on them because right now I'm at the point where they need to really combine the men's tag team titles. You shouldn't even have 2 sets of belts. Because right now, unless the New Day gets those belts and elevates them and takes them to new heights that people start caring, they need to just unify. If it was up to me, I would have put the belts on the New Day a couple weeks earlier and had them unify for undisputed tag championships with the damn Street Profits. That would have been a great tag match. New Day, Street Profits. Hell, throw DIY in there to unify for new undisputed tag championships. Because right now, the men's tag division is struggling. The SmackDown tag division is much better than the Raw tag division. But honestly, let these men defend against each other all over both brands. Hell, even NXT brands. Because currently, the SmackDown tag division is much better, but they kind of been recycling feuds. It's like they're trying, but it's still just you fight that one, you fight that one, you fight that one. Between Pretty Deadly, Street Profits, DIY. You know, like it's just back and forth between them. So give us some fresh matchups, unify those titles. But right now, we hope the New Day wins and gets them belts off of the War Raiders, man. Because right now, the War Raiders are not doing it for nobody. My boy Devin O, man, salute. He said, if I was the War Raiders, I would lead into more of a heel role as like maybe kind of Viking kind of theme where they rule through fear or something as baby faces. Because right now it's not exciting. Yeah, it's not exciting for the New Day. I'll be honest with you. I mean, not New Day, the War Raiders. I like the Viking theme. It was a little different. This biker club, biker gang, War Raiders, whatever this is they're doing, it's not hitting for me. So I'm hoping that they do something different because a change would be nice for the War Raiders. Because like I said, I like Ivar. He cool. Next matchup, y'all. Pretty much Chad Gable, Grande Americano versus the OG Rey Mysterio. I'm not mad at this match being on the Mania card, but I will say it wasn't too much build for it. We gotta at least say that. It wasn't the greatest build. I do respect the work Chad Gable has done, changing his whole gimmick. This is really fun. Grande Americano. The whole angle where he was has came out to assault certain people, taking off Dragon Lee's mask, cheating to win, putting a steel plate in his lucha mask. All of that's fun. But honestly, Chad Gable deserves something way more serious. He deserved to be higher up on the card. And of course, facing Rey Mysterio is always great because he's a legend. But I wish Gable got something better than this. With that being said, I think the match is going to be nice. I think the match will cook for sure. I think the natural route, though, for the result of this one, I think you got to say Rey Mysterio should win, because if he wins, I assume they'll demask Grande Americano, reveal as Chad Gable, and from there, they could have another aspect of the story, him coming to terms with what he did. Maybe he was having an identity crisis, something like that. I'm not sure what Grande Americano winning would do unless they want to keep running with this story and eventually push him into the mid-card scene for maybe the Intercontinental title. Who knows, though? That'll be interesting to see. I've been wanting Chad Gable to win the Intercontinental title for a while, so maybe this is how he can do that, getting a big win over Rey Mysterio at WrestleMania. But either way, I mean, I think it'll be fun regardless of the outcome, because I think Chad Gable, whatever they give him, he's going to make it work. Only thing that kind of he struggled with, and it's not really his fault. Let me fix how I'm sitting, y'all. Was the damn Wyatt 6 thing. The Wyatt 6, or I like to call him the Wyatt Sucks. That was horrible. That whole storyline derailed Chad Gable. He was on fire before that. So I hate that they even did that to him. So my prediction officially is that, dang, I'm kind of 50-50 on this one, y'all. You know what? It makes sense for Rey to win, but I'm going to go with Grande Americano, Chad Gable to win, because if he wins, I think that's how he gets back into the mid-card title scene. And I think whoever wins the Intercontinental Championship match, maybe he'll eventually get a shot at them within the next month or two. So I'm going with Chad Gable for the win versus Rey Mysterio. Devin O back in the match, back in the chat, it says, I think that match will be physically good. Chad and Rey are both great, but the story is definitely lacking. Yeah, that's the crazy part. Like, some of these matches on the Mania card are actually good matches. Matches that I would want to see. But the bills weren't good. So that's the only thing sometimes. Sometimes you can have a great match, but then the bill is lackluster. So like, for instance, Triple H is real mad at the fans saying people are being too critical. It isn't that we're like not gonna appreciate the product on Saturday and Sunday, but how we get there matters. Eventually, y'all, we gotta realize this. These builds to matches are more important than the match sometimes. Right? A great match can overlook and cover up a bad build. Same way a bad build kind of can cover up a bad match. But with that being said, these matches are only going to probably be 30 to 40 minutes max at Mania. So it's not like we'll get more match than we got build. We got build for weeks, obviously in segments. But these matches have to deliver, y'all. You know what I'm saying? If they really want to cover up some of this bad pre-build, man. If you're in the building, man, hit the like button. Appreciate that. I see some people up in the chat. Appreciate that. See some people viewing the video, man. Make sure y'all show some love to your boy. I appreciate that. What's next? What do we want to talk about? Night one. Okay, it looks like we have LA Knight and Jacob Fatu. LA Knight, Jacob Fatu, I think is another one. Gonna be a great match. A great match in my opinion, because LA Knight should be in the main title scene. What's going on, Dank Father? Salute, great brother. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you for sliding through. LA Knight, he's been deserving of a huge push. He's been deserving of a match that people like, you know, I ain't gonna say his name, Jey Uso, damn it. Jey Uso's getting a push I wish LA Knight got, man. LA Knight can talk his butt off on the mic. He's solid in the ring. He can be part of great story characters and whatnot. I mean, the fans still love LA Knight. He sells merch. I'm not sure why he's not getting that push. But personally, this match with Jacob Fatu is a match of two dudes that are super legit. I think Jacob probably the best person in his family outside of Roman currently. You know what I'm saying? So I think it'll be fun match that we get. The build for this has been kind of weird because truthfully, they've been teasing Solo and Jacob. So the fact that we got Jacob and LA Knight, they kind of been going back and forth a little bit, but it's not a true just one-off build. You know what I'm saying? So this build's a little different. This is just straight up. This is straight up. Oh, okay. You got the belt. I want the belt. Which, I mean, hey, it ain't the worst thing in the world, but I wish we would have got some more, to be honest with you. In my opinion, I'm going to be disappointed and happy if LA Knight lose or win. Like, it's kind of, I'm hurt because LA Knight should have been had the US title this whole time, right? And if LA Knight had the title the whole time, I'd be like, all right, it's time to get a title up, LA Knight. But the fact that they gave the title to Shinsuke Nakamura for a couple months, that was a pointless thing because he was boring. He did nothing with the belt. So LA Knight, when he should have been reigning and having a great US title run, that got cut short by a stupid Nakamura title run. And now it's like LA Knight just got the belt back. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like he should lose it because he just got it back. Same breath, I would love to see Jacob with it too. Jacob is legit. Jacob is one of them. You gotta respect it. You know what I'm saying? Jacob is great. So like I'm conflicted a little bit, y'all. My boy Dank Father says LA Knight can take the title off Jey Uso. That's if they move him to Raw. If they move him to Raw, that'd be fun. Cause LA Knight definitely deserves a big title run. That'd be interesting. Shasha, what's going on? Shasha says Bianca winning. We're gonna get to that. Bianca winning. Hey, I hope she do too. I hope she do too. Dank says he getting after the drop after he dropped the title this weekend. If LA Knight dropped the title and he go on to the main event scene and get a belt, I'd be cool with that. But if they gonna make him drop the title and then he gonna just be back in the mid card, that's not right, bro. That is not right. So if he drop, at least give him a higher platform to go and build himself up, man. That's all I ask. Sasha, Dominique win and Finn kick out at the Judgment Day. And then Dank, my boy, says he a two-time champion. Now time to move on to the World Heavyweight Championship. I agree. I agree with that. I ain't mad at that, Dank. He said they did it to Gunther last year. Yeah, they did do that to Gunther last year. LA Knight gonna have to move brands then. That'll be interesting. Now, you're right, Dank. That is true. Only issue, though, the only problem, too, y'all, what I would love if LA Knight could go and challenge for the World Heavyweight title. The problem with that is on Raw, you got so many people that really should have the belt. If we keeping it a bean, CM Punk should really be the World Heavyweight Champion right now. Like, he's the top guy on Raw right now. He still ain't really got the belt since he came back. We done seen Seth, Drew had it for 10 minutes, Priest, Gunther. Then we assume Jay gonna probably beat Gunther. I don't think he should, but whatever. Jay gonna probably beat Gunther. Then you still got dudes like Ilya Dragunov coming back. You got Braun Breaker that's on fire right now that they want to put the belt on him. Then on top of that, I mean, you got these young bulls coming, bro. Seth want the title back. Lord forbid if Brock come back. Who knows, man? It's so many options for that World Heavyweight title because right now, that's his deadlock, bro. You know Cody ain't giving that up. And if Cody do give it up, it's to Cena. and Cena gonna only give it back up to Cody, or it's gonna be Randy that take it off Cena. You know what I'm saying? Them the only 3 people that's gonna touch that title within the next year. So hey, bro, I'm interested, Dank. I hope we get some. I hope we get some more. You know. He said they always shake up the brands. Yes, they do. The draft is gonna be interesting. He said the WWE title is moving to Raw after WrestleMania. Hey, if they do that, that'll make sense too. That'll be a great way for Jay to go to SmackDown, LA Knight, challenge Jay. That'll be a fun feud, truthfully. Then it says, Gunther proved himself as an amazing heel, man. His roasts are hilarious. When he came out, did Jay's entrance, I busted out laughing. Y'all, I want to see what the Yeet is about. Man, y'all about to make me jump the gun, man. We're gonna get to Gunther and Jay in a little bit. Let me finish the middle of the card stuff, and we're gonna get to Jay Gunther. I got a lot to say about Jay and Gunther, y'all. If you're in the building, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, man. If you're on Twitter, man, come on to YouTube, subscribe to your boy. It's popping over here, man. Chat going. Appreciate y'all. So, my official prediction for LA Knight, Jacob Fatu. I do think Jacob Fatu wins in a great match. Because once Jacob get the belt, he gonna probably go to the moon. He probably have a feud with Solo. He gonna probably have a feud with Jimmy. He might feud with Drew McIntyre. In my opinion, Drew McIntyre, top 5 man right now. Wrestler, bruh. Him and Drew would be crazy. You know? He'd probably feud with Priest. So Jacob Fatu got a lot of fresh matchups. And that's just gonna be what that is. So before we get to my girls, Jade and Naomi, we're gonna get to Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair. If y'all been following the channel, man, we've been covering the fallout, the drama, the mess between Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair. When I say I had to do my group chat, Colin, he loved Tiffany Stratton, he loved Charlotte Flair. He said, this is gonna be the matchup, this is gonna be a great feud, all of that. And I told him the whole time, Tiffany Stratton is not ready for this, y'all. What this feud has shown, they pushed Tiffany Stratton too early. She is talented, she got potential, but she's still really bad on the mic. She really ain't no babyface. And this feud showed that she been on the main card for 1 year and she already the top champ. It don't even feel like it. It's plenty of women on SmackDown that feel better than her right now. The belt has been de-escalated a little bit since she's got it. Charlotte been killing her the whole feud. Then, 2 SmackDowns ago, she had to go hit below the belt, talk about Charlotte divorces. I ain't really like that too much because, Charlotte opened up about how, them divorces affected her mental health. And, Charlotte divorces was real messy too. One, she was allegedly getting abused. Another one, Andrade was out here cheating, had a baby. So I think that was kind of a low blow by Tiffany to do that. But with that being said, thank you, stupid. With that being said, though, let's be real. Tiffany Stratton doing that did inject some life back into this feud that the feud needed. I hate how she did it, but the feud did need that mess and that drama. So people are much more interested. At this point, I think Charlotte Flair is gonna win. And honestly, I want Charlotte to win. To me personally, we got a lot of baby faces in the company right now. So we need a heel as a champion. When heels are champions, you get more better matchups. Instead of all these babyface versus babyface matchups. Charlotte winning, Charlotte got history with everybody. She got smoke with everybody. You see, they already been teasing Charlotte and Jade for the longest. Charlotte and Jade, that's the next big one that Triple H want to do. Jade is my girl, so I'm loving that. The question to me right now ain't even who gonna win. I think it's gonna be Charlotte, and based off the interview Tiffany did today in Vegas, she knows she probably gonna lose. And not just that, I'm just trying to see if Charlotte is gonna squash her. Charlotte might go out there, hit her with the big boot, and get up out of there in 10 minutes, man. Stop playing with me. She might not even get no good match out of Charlotte. Charlotte will give you a good match if she like you, but you disrespected her like that, she might go out there and embarrass that girl. So, hey, Tiffany Stratton talented, but she shows she ain't ready, man. So, I got Charlotte in that one, man. Let's see what the chat talking about. Randy, CM Punk, or Roman for the WWE title moving. Yeah, I understand. I get that. Liv and Raquel not losing the women's tag titles by Sasha. It's Netflix. They want the belt. Yeah, Netflix do want that top belt. That's fair. Boy, Dank says she only got the push because she look good. I don't discriminate. Dank father is a milkman to the highest order. Chat. That's y'all boy, Dank father. That's my boy too, man. He love the milk though. But you right though. It's only cause she look good. And his fans just cheer for her. Her gear is damn near lingerie. I don't even know how she keeps it on half the time doing the moves she do, but they got some amazing glue. It is what it is. Judah Stafford, what's going on? I agree with you that Tiffy take. They're at least doing right with giving Lyra and Braun the IC titles and not the world title so fast. They are better booked champions than Tiffany. Bro, I don't know why they didn't just give Tiffany Stratton a US title. That would have been perfect for her. Give her the US championship. She could pinkify it and grow as a champion right there. Cause right now they don't even got Chelsea Green. They don't even got Chelsea Green on the card. They for sure would have had Tiffany Stratton on there defending versus somebody, y'all. Versus somebody. So they definitely kind of didn't do her any favors because right now she gonna have to rebuild herself if Charlotte lose. Dank said he loves all flavors. He prefers sisters. We ain't believing that, Dank. I'm just playing. Salute to my boy Dank. Devino says, it ain't your time yet, girl. Pun intended. Yeah, it is not Tiffy time. It is truly not Tiffy time. All right, y'all. Before we get to the main event and the co-main event of the night, let's just say Jade and Naomi. If y'all don't know, Jade Cargill is a big reason why I'm back really loving wrestling like I do. That's my girl, man. That's my favorite woman right now in the company. Jade Naomi, I really appreciate how they did this build, bruh, because unlike the other builds where they kind of threw it together, slopped it together, this is by far the best build and storyline of Mania season. This build here tapped into their friendship off camera, and that's why it felt so real. Because Jade, Naomi, and Bianca are truly friends off camera. When Naomi left WWE, Jade was the first person that called her. So the chemistry they have, the jokes they crack, the tears that Naomi shed, those are real tears because she did feel like the fans turned their back on her. Every time she came back to try to do something, people didn't believe in her. Though she is friends with Jade, in many ways what she said is true. Jade come in hot. She come in with all this hype. While Naomi also returned, and she didn't have half of it. So kayfabe storyline wise, it makes sense why she was hating, but it also kind of spills into kind of like a little real life too, where she didn't get that love Jade got. And that's kind of why the story feels so good. That's why the build been so great. And also too, if y'all don't know, this is the first time we got a non-title match, a non-title solo match for the women on WrestleMania. Two sisters, man. So we got to clap that up because they've been acting their asses off. Salute to Bianca Belair for her place she played in this too. We know eventually we're going to get that Bianca Naomi and then that Bianca Jade matchup. So salute to everybody involved in this feud. This was a great feud. To me though, I got to keep it real. I think it's quite obvious. Nigga Dank says, who is finer, Jade or Naomi? Look, man, I'm team Jade in all respects. Everything. Jade versus Bianca, Jade versus Naomi, Jade versus the world. I'm going Jade. But Naomi is definitely like that too. So we gotta salute to the Naomi mob because they be on your boy, but you know, Definitely Team Jade over here. I think Jade is the next big thing in WWE in the women's division. If you don't know, Triple H, he loved muscular women. He loved his muscle mommies, as he called them. And I think he didn't sign Jade to all that money to have her be a mid-carder. He wants to push her to the top of the card. He sees the superstar potential in her. She's probably one of the younger women in the company. She's only 32 right now. Everybody else is like 36, 37 over, besides Rhea and Tiffany Stratton. So I think right now, for the good of Jade's career, good of the division, I think Jade has to win versus Naomi. With that being said, I think Jade wins at Mania, but then maybe they continue their feud and it ends up being a trilogy. Naomi maybe get back at like Backlash or Evolution or Saturday Night Main Event, and then they do the trilogy maybe at Evolution or Money in the Bank. And then I think ultimately Jade probably wins the tie 2-1. And then after that, they go their separate ways. So that'll be something fun to see. I think that's how they make it play out. I think that'll be a good way to do it. So that way both women get elevated. Jade get a win. Naomi get a win. And then, you know, Jade eventually gets the last win, but both women look strong in the feud, so it's not one-sided. With that too, though, if they just do the match at Mania and only have them fight once and Jade wins, I could see that happening too. And then maybe Naomi throughout the rest of the year costs Jade various matches. So that'll be fun. You know what I'm saying? One theory I've had and kept seeing online a lot is that Naomi may eventually win Money in the Bank. Now, if Naomi win Money in the Bank, that would be fun as a heel. Because imagine if Bianca Belair wins the title at WrestleMania and then Naomi could cash in on her. That'd be interesting, right? Or what if Naomi wins Money in the Bank? Jade beats her once at Mania. Say Jade and Charlotte eventually feud. Jade beats Charlotte at SummerSlam. Now you got Bianca and Jade as champs and Naomi with the Money in the Bank. Boy, that's gonna be crazy. I don't know if they're gonna pull the trigger on that, but we're gonna see. That'd be something fun to see. So we gotta see about that, y'all. But I just love the build, man. Salute to both women. That's gonna be my match that I really want to see most, truthfully, on night one. Because the other ones I'm gonna look forward to, but that's the one I'm glued to my seat for. Devin O says that promo Naomi did was so cold. The caution one. This feels like real, man. This feels real, man. This is meat the fans need. They hungry. Hold on, I'm reading horribly. This feels like real, man. This is meat that the fans need. They hungry because we've been starved in most of these conflicts writing wise. I get what you're saying. It's like they're feeding us, the fans, because this is a really, really good storylines, because the rest have been trash. I get you, bro. I get you, Devin. Oh, yeah. This feeding the streets. Besides this one, the only other good one we got probably was Cody Cena, kinda. Cody Cena been good, but Cena ain't been showing up. So this really the best build. Yeah, Dank, the sisters playing the game, bro. That'll be something beautiful to see. So I'm going Jade officially for that match. So salute to them. To the co-main event. The Ring General Gunther and Jey Uso. If y'all been following the channel, you should know how I feel about this one. Y'all should know that your boy woke. We gotta go with Gunther. I'm sorry. Jey Uso, his title reign is only built on how many Yeet shirts he gonna sell after, and the Raw after Mania celebration, and the crowd yeeting for 30 minutes. That's all they worried about with Jey winning. They don't care about Jey title reign. They don't care about what Jey is gonna do after he win that belt. Man, if Gunther and Jey open the show, dang, I'm gonna tell you what, the fans gonna have a field day with that. This man been calling himself main event Jey Uso this whole time, and you opening the show. Boy, they gonna have a field day with that one. I'm telling you, that's gonna be funny. I mean, it makes sense. They say if you ain't gonna main event, you should open the show. I don't know, bro. If they do, I assume they may do it. Jay wins, so the crowd will be hyped. The crowd ain't gonna be too tired. They're gonna be eating for 20, 30 minutes. I mean, it makes sense. Get the match out the way. Get the controversy out the way, one way or the other. But you know, for me, man, the main reason I want Gunther to win right now is that Gunther title reign, bro, his title reign ain't been that good because they've been having him booked with priests and just, it's been boring, truthfully. And I say that to say Gunther is great. I love Gunther the character. Gunther good on the mic. He great in the ring. Like, he funny on the mic. So I like Gunther a lot, but they booked his reign horribly. This is nothing like his Intercontinental title reign. And on top of that, Gunther wanted, in the interview he did with Ariel Helwani and the interviews I've been seeing, Gunther wanted to face the top guys. He wanted a feud with Punk, Rollins, Cena, those type of guys for Mania. And truthfully, that's what he deserved, bruh. Jay is an entertainer type of guy. He's like a hype man to me. He's not a serious wrestler that I take serious on the main event scene, to be real with y'all. So that's my only thing with this situation. Like, it's not believable for Jay to beat Gunther. And on top of that, if Gunther loses to Jay, his whole persona is being strong, being dominant, and being a great champion, right? Being the best. If he loses to a dude like Jey Uso, how does he rebuild himself? It's one thing if Gunther loses to like Cody at Crown Jewel. No shame in that. You good. It's one thing if Gunther loses to a CM Punk, a Seth Rollins. You know what I'm saying? If Brock came back, he loses to Brock. I get it. Even Sammy last year. Sammy is 30 times the wrestler Jey Uso is in the ring. And you know Sammy can hoop. He's still believable compared to Jay. And how much Jay been struggling this build, bro. So I just don't see what they do with Gunther after, though. So that's my main concern about Gunther losing. I think his character may really take a huge hit. And like I said earlier, Jay's title reign, no one that wants Jay to win mentions his wrestling. No one mentions how Raw will be after he wins. Do y'all want to see 3 months of Jey Uso as champion on Raw? Denk, to your point, what if they move Jay to SmackDown? Do y'all want to see 3-4 months of Jay as the main champ on the show? I don't. I'll be honest with y'all. I don't want to see that. That's nothing I'm looking forward to seeing, bro. So that in and of itself is enough for me not to want to see Jay win. I had one person that said maybe the match will end in DQ. If the match ends in DQ, Gunther looks strong, Jay looks strong, and we go our separate ways. To me, I'm not mad at that result either. But man, a Jey Uso win hurt the company. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. You sell merch, but you may hurt the actual product, the wrestling, the storylines, the feuds. Dank said Jay gonna hold the title for 2 months. This is my thing, right? Everybody that say Jay gonna win, they know it's gonna be a short reign. Cause they all know Jay ain't good. They all know Jay is not good. So they all say Jay gonna have a short title reign. Why do y'all say that? Because y'all know Jay should not be a damn champion. That's the main thing right there, y'all. Y'all know Jey Uso should not be the champion. And because of that, y'all want him to have a short reign. Now that's ridiculous. I'm never finna advocate for anybody getting a title reign that's finna have it for like a short period of time, unless you're like Charlotte Flair. If Charlotte wins, she could have a short reign because she didn't won it 14 times already. It's gonna be her 15th time, and the fans ain't gonna want her to have the belt. You know what I'm saying? So she having a short reign is cool, but nobody that's just now getting the belt for the first time, nobody should be wanting them to have a short reign. Like, I don't get that, y'all. I'll be honest with y'all. And that kind of exposes how y'all feel about Jey Uso. Y'all know he not that good, yet y'all want him to get that belt, bro. I'm frustrated. I'll be honest with y'all. But you know, it is what it is. I ain't gonna complain about it. I just hope the reign is short, because if it ain't, that's gonna be problematic. People gonna start complaining and crying more than they already do. And I'll be honest with you, I ain't over here looking forward to it. So man, y'all better hope Jay do something with that. But he said it's like Kofi. Yeah, I mean, I get the hype. I get I get the whole Jey Uso thing and the moment they're trying to create, and that's nice. And Kofi lost his belt quick as hell. That's dirt. Like, I don't want to, like, that'd be fun to see. That'd be funny to see, but also too, that tell me that you was just living for the moment. Like, you didn't really believe in the dude you gave the belt to. You just wanted to give him his little shine, his little moment, take his pictures, and you wanted to keep it pushing. Like, that's crazy. That's disrespectful to me, but I get it though. Give it to Jay, give him a short reign, but I'm hoping Gunther win, truthfully. And then finally, y'all, night one main event, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins. I'm gonna be real with y'all. This build has not been that good in my opinion. This match build has been truly lacking, to say the least. In my opinion, this build is like they threw three great people together, said y'all know each other, y'all got history, and we gonna just put this together off of just CM Punk eliminating Roman Reigns out the Royal Rumble. CM Punk said, why are you mad about that? It's every man for himself. Why are you mad I eliminated you, Roman? Seth over here looking like a third wheel, which is sad because Seth and Punk was just in a great feud together. But I think what's obvious about this feud is that it's all about Paul Heyman. And the two dudes connected to Paul Heyman are CM Punk and Roman Reigns. So with that being said, this feud truly is only about them two. Seth is only involved as a linchpin. Now, I don't know if y'all know this or not. The rumors are the original plan for WrestleMania was Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, main event. Pause, sorry about that. It was Roman Reigns, CM Punk. Got it backwards. It was Roman Reigns, CM Punk. That's why the whole segment is about Paul Heyman, because it was about them two, right? And then Seth was going to fight Gunther for the World Heavyweight title. But the plans changed when they decided to let Jay win the Royal Rumble and face Gunther. And that's why Gunther was so disappointed too. You see that trickle effect? Jay winning the Royal Rumble, that then pushed Seth out the match with Gunther, would put him into the feud with Punk and Roman. And that's why that build feel like that. Because they wanted Jay to win the Royal Rumble. And you know they wanted Jay to win the Royal Rumble. Once The Rock made his decision about what he was going to do for Mania, that he wasn't going to be in Mania, he used his political power to make sure Jay won the Royal Rumble. That's what the tea leaves are saying, y'all. I'm just reporting the news. Rock made sure Jay won that Royal Rumble. And that threw the whole everything off. Because you know for damn sure, Seth Rollins and Gunther would have had a great feud for Mania. And you know CM Punk and Roman would have been way better of a one-on-one feud than that triple threat we got. So with all that being said, y'all, the prediction. Personally, I think CM Punk is going to win this match. Because I think whoever wins this match gets propelled to the world titles picture. CM Punk been in the company for 2 years now at this point. He only getting older. I think they got to put a belt on him eventually and take advantage of the good years he got left. It'd be crazy to keep waiting on that. So I think eventually, depending who wins the world heavyweight title, I think CM Punk is going to win the world heavyweight title at least by SummerSlam. So I think this win will propel him to that. And then after that, we could get Roman and Seth feuding for a while. So that's what makes sense to me. What y'all think in the chat? Boy, Jude Stratford said, Jude of Stratford, I'm going for Seth or Punk. Roman doesn't need another win. He'll be disappearing for 3 to 4 months anyway. Woo! That's a good point, man. I don't know if y'all saw the interview with Roman. Roman was talking about, Roman was over here talking about, man, after my contract up, and most people say his contract ends after WrestleMania 42 next year, he only got another year or two. How can you look forward to Roman doing anything? Because he barely show up, bro. Like, that's one thing. I get it. He been wrestling for a while, and I know he got a lot of stuff going on. But dude, when you're part-timing and not showing up for Mania build, I have a problem with that. It's bad enough you a part-timer, but you want to be a part-timer during Mania season. That's disrespectful to me. That's why John Cena is my GOAT. But if this was going to be your last Mania, you should have cleared your calendar. At least show up for Mania season, bro. You know what I'm saying? Last year, Roman and Cody, The Rock showed up more than Roman. The Rock did more work than Roman last year. It felt like Cody versus Rock last year, if we're keeping it real, right? And now Roman showed up 3 weeks before Mania in this build at Madison Square Garden, Netflix. Like, that's my biggest issue with that dude right now. You don't show up for work, bro. So I will never root for Roman in any feud going forward, because you're not gonna show up. You're gonna win and you're gonna disappear for 3-4 months. Like Jude said, bro. Like, that's ridiculous. The Teflon Don, the Mob Father. How you doing, my guy? I finally caught you live. Salute, bro. Thank you, man. Happy to see you caught me live, fam. Hope you enjoyed the stream, man. How you doing? Who you rooting for in this triple threat for the men, bro? And then my boy Dankfather says CM Punk gonna dethrone Cena. That'll be interesting. I ain't gonna be mad at that. Man, John Cena got so many people he gotta get to this year. I wonder how they do it. I just hope he shows up a lot more. That's my only thing, bro. Cena can have a great run with AJ Styles, Randy Orton, CM Punk. He can run it back with so many people, bro. Might hit Cody again. You never know. Might KO probably ain't gonna get it because KO out, but might do a Drew and Cena. Who knows, bro? It's a lot of people Cena can get to, man. So that's what I think for night one, y'all. I got CM Punk in the main event. I got Gunther in the co-main. I got Jade over Naomi, Charlotte Flair over Tiffy. I got Jacob over LA Knight, Gable over Ray, and I got the New Day going over on the War Raiders, y'all. So that's night one. My boy Teflon says, I'm taking Seth with the triple threat. He can benefit from it more. That's totally fair. Cause you know, Seth was the MVP of WrestleMania last year. Seth been doing a lot of work. I ain't gonna lie. Like, despite, I guess, he not being the main guy in this story, he been doing a lot of work. He shows up a lot. He's been doing his best work to try to insert himself into this, to make himself feel important. The whole situation where he spared Paul Heyman. A lot of that, bro, I respect about Seth. So if he win, I ain't gonna be too mad about it. I could also see Seth possibly turning heel. Maybe aligning with The Rock, though. That might be fun. That might be really, really fun if Seth does that. So I'm looking forward to it. But y'all, let's talk about night 2, right? And before we get to even the card we see, I don't know if y'all have heard the news. Chelsea Green, her husband, Matt Cardona, was on Twitter complaining that she wasn't on the card. And I was mad too. I'm like, how come the mid-card title for the women ain't being defended, right? On Mania. So now it seemed like they may do an open challenge for Chelsea Green, where she go out to the ring during Mania and says, whoever come out, that's who I'm gonna fight. Now the news is it may be Alexa Bliss or Nikki Bella. And if it's one of them two, that'd be fun. You know what I'm saying? They should have just did that to begin with. Because whenever Nikki and Alexa Bliss came out during the Royal Rumble, they had huge pops by the crowd, bro. So that's all Chelsea needed. A nice little fun match. She ain't need nothing too serious, a serious contender. Just give her one of them two women and then let her go on about her way. But it is crazy to have both of them, the mid-card women champions, not be defending their titles on the card, because Lyra is in the tag team. She ain't even defending the IC belt. So that's crazy. So if they do Chelsea versus Alexa or Nikki Bella, that'd be cool. And also too, y'all, we ain't talked about him, but we gotta talk about my boy Randy Orton. He's not on the match graphic, but Randy Orton is going to do an open challenge now. As y'all know, KO got hurt, and I'm sad about KO, man. Hope KO heal up. Hope his career ain't over, because that KO Randy match was probably gonna be a top 3 match on both nights. They had a really good feud throughout the year, but then once you saw KO get hurt, bro, it's like, damn, what Randy gonna do? I did a poll, and I was like, well, damn, you know what, Randy, you know, we had just seen Drew McIntyre attack Randy and Cody in the ring 2 SmackDowns ago. I was like, damn, they could just pivot to Randy and Drew. I think Drew deserved a better match anyway. They could write Priest off with an injury, do Randy and Drew. That's what I wanted. They didn't do that. Then I was like, okay, what about Randy and Jacob Fatu? I said, they didn't do that. They gave Jacob Fatu LA Knight. I said, damn. I said, what now? And it looked like we was about to get Randy versus Solo. And I was like, hell no. I would have been so upset if we got Randy versus Solo. And I hope that's not what happens on WrestleMania night. But oh my goodness. I just hope that open challenge, truthfully, hope that boy Andrade or Melo come out. Melo, Andrade, hell, both of them can come out and challenge Randy Orton. Because they both been hooping a whole year, and they both deserve to have been on this WrestleMania card. The amount of people left off this WrestleMania card, I don't understand it. Melo, Andrade, they've been going crazy. Do y'all remember Melo was the first overall selection in the draft last year? Yeah, he not on the Mania card. That's crazy. All the other NXT call-ups, Tiffany, Braun, Lyra, they all got belts right now. Ilya Dragunov, before he got hurt, he was in the Intercontinental title scene. You know what I'm saying? He surely would have found a weight on this card. If Ilya was healthy, he probably would have been in Dom or Finn's spot in the men's Intercontinental title match. They're not going to leave Ilya Dragunov off the card. Yeah, we have Melo, who gets nothing. So that's a little upsetting that Melo doesn't have a match on Mania card. So I hope they let him be the open challenge contender versus Randy Orton. And who wins that match, it really don't matter. It's an open challenge. Just have a great match. That's the goal there. What y'all saying in the chat? Teflon says, I can say this for the past year. He has been the workhorse, even as champion, trying to make the World Heavyweight Championship feel relevant. Yes, Seth. Yes, Seth puts the work in. So I can never be too mad at that. Seth's issue is I just want Seth to be more serious. And I just want Seth to be less clowny. Seth is not like all that joking around, that the laughing and dancing, the clothes. When Seth is serious, Seth is great. When Seth ain't serious, I don't take him as serious. You know what I'm saying? Teach, what's going on, Teach? Yeah, man, WrestleMania is here. Yes, sir. Boy, Dankfather says Nick Aldis should strap up. Hey, maybe so. That'd be cool to see. But I do want a wrestler to get their shot though over Aldis. But that's a nice alternative if they gotta go to that. Teflon Don back in the chat says, just think about it. Within the next couple of years, the GOATs will be gone. Punk, Orton, Ray, and Cena. They made the ruthless aggression era so far. Yeah, bro. You gotta appreciate the legends while they're here. Because who knows when it's gonna be over. You got Punk, Orton, Ray, Cena. Who knows? AJ Styles may be gone eventually. Soon. You got Roman talking about retiring soon. Hell, they had Jey Uso talking about retirement. I'm like, damn, bro. Everybody about to be up out of here. It makes sense, though, because a lot of these dudes are already 40, finna be 40. A lot of these dudes are in their 50s or about to be 50, mid to late 40s. And they want to go do something else. I get it. This is also a problematic thing because WWE, they're not doing a good enough job building up the new stars. So as I just talked about Melo, how come he's not featured on this card? How come Melo ain't hooping against AJ Styles to make him look more legit? Cause y'all know Cody finna be 40 next year. Punk like 45. Drew about to be 40. Roman 40. Like all the top guys in the main title scene are old. I don't know how old Gunther is. I think Gunther probably like mid 30s. Something like that. Early to mid 30s. They got to start building some new men up. The women's division is in a much healthier state than the men right now, in my opinion. But yeah, y'all, getting into the card, man. Let's look into this, right? First match, it might be beyond the open challenges. Logan Paul versus AJ Styles. Now, look, this build has not been that good to me. It's been just mid, average. Let's throw it together and make it happen type of build. But I gotta say, AJ Styles and Logan Paul are gonna probably be a very fun match to watch. And that's what that's about, bro. Logan Paul, I don't like him. I think he's annoying. If he went away, I wouldn't mind it, truthfully. But we gotta say, y'all, Logan Paul, when he in that ring, y'all, he put on some great stunts. He do some great spots. Him and AJ Styles are probably gonna have an amazing hoop session. A lot of high flying moves. Some brutal kickouts. Logan Paul, say what you want about him. His finisher, the pulverizer, that thing is tough. It's very, 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 very good finisher. And AJ Styles is a legend. So, I mean, at the worst, the match is going to be good. We got to get that to them. With that being said, who I think will win? In my opinion, this match, I think they may have Logan win, to be honest with y'all. It seems like they really want to make Logan Paul something. Though he's popular outside of wrestling, the WWE fans don't care about Logan Paul. And no, it'll be kind of monetarily good if he ever became a top level champion. If we're being honest, he just here for the check, bro. They're just here for the marketing. They're trying to tap into a fan base that he has. I truly don't know who watches Logan Paul. I don't even know who likes Logan Paul at this point. It's like a forced collaboration, a forced partnership between WWE and Logan Paul. And for whatever reason, they think the more they push him, the more fans will like him and try to accept him. The fans don't like him. He is a good wrestler to be a celebrity. I will say that. But to be honest, AJ Styles should win, in my opinion. It seemed like we were going to get AJ Styles and Braun Breaker at one point. I don't know what happened with that. but seemed like they went off of that, so that's kind of annoying. But if AJ win, I can assume he goes to the intercontinental title scene. So whoever wins that match would then face AJ. So I could see Finn and AJ if Finn win. I could see AJ and Penta if Penta win. If Braun retain, obviously that was already built. And then if Dom win, hey, that could be a fun match for Dom. So I'm hoping AJ win, but I think Logan may win, y'all. It is what it is, man. Our boy Teflon says, I'm more pissed that the SmackDown tag titles are not on the card. Raw's tag division is so weak. That spot should have been for the Profits, Pretty Deadly, DIY, Motor City, Machine Guns. Man, I wish you were here when I have talked about that. I 100% agree. That should have been the Street Profits and DIY. Those are the two best tag teams on the men's side right now. You know what I'm saying? SmackDown division is way better. They've been putting in more work. Even though it's been kind of confusing, they've been doing better. And in my opinion, Teflon, they should have unified the titles at Mania. They should have put the belt on the New Day earlier on, a couple weeks ago in the Mania season, and had them and the Profits unify. That would have been fun to me. Because right now, it's not enough established tag teams for the men for them to have two sets of belts. Just like the women, it's one set of belt for women. Let them go across both brands. Hell, make them go to NXT sometime so they can always have something fresh to do. Two sets of belt is too much. He said, hear me out on this one. I can see Big E returning, but going heel with the New Day, do you know how much heat they'll get? That'll be cool. If Big E could return, I'll be so happy for him. I mean, the fact that he almost lost his career, almost got paralyzed, and he could come back and return to wrestling, that'll be a great story to see. And they need Big E. The New Day, they not the same without that main title, main card enforcer. Every faction needs that top of the card guy that can go after the big dudes. Kofi and Woods is not that whatsoever. They need Big E back. And if he go heel with them, that'll revitalize the New Day in a big way. On to the Intercontinental title match, y'all. Braun Breaker versus Penta versus Dom versus Finn. I gotta say, this match is gonna be good. No matter how you slice it, this is gonna be a good match. Penta has been going crazy. Braun Breaker is the future. You already know Finn Balor is a legend. And then Dom, he's been hot right now with his whole Liv Morgan relationship. So right now, I think, in my opinion, they take it one of two ways. Well, I think it's one of three. Let me say that. I think anybody but Braun will probably win this. Because I think at this point, Braun he meant for the world heavyweight title scene right now. And I think they're going to start building him for that. He done been a 2-time Intercontinental champion right now. What does him retaining the belt at WrestleMania really do for that belt? And what does it do for Braun? Him retaining does nothing for him. It does nothing for the company. So at this point, I think Braun for sure is going to be dropping the belt. To who? That's the next question. So in my opinion, I think Braun will actually probably be dropping that belt to... I'm conflicted. Because it's like, I think it's really going to be Finn or Dom. I say Finn because he been jobbing and getting pinned so much. They got to give Finn something. You can't have Finn continuously losing like that. That's crazy, bro. So make sure you give Finn something. I think Finn getting a belt would be great. And then eventually, if Finn wins, they can have him and Dom feud if Finn wins. With that being said, I think the smart money is on Dom. And I say Dom because He'll be paid back for all the hard work he's been doing with Liv and the Liv Dom story. But then if he wins the belt, you know Finn is gonna be jealous, and that's gonna instantly spark they feud up in an even crazier way than if Finn win. Cause Finn is a jealous person. Dom is laid back. So Dom winning, making Finn mad, would truly be the most would be the hottest angle. The Judgment Day will break up, obviously, if that happened. And I think that's the way they go. You pay off Dom for all the good work he's been doing. But also, too, Finn jealousy will drive him to madness. Maybe we see the demon come back from Finn. Maybe they start feuding. We see it culminate at Backlash. And for me, Penta is great. But I think Penta's still a little too new. Though Penta cool, I think they're going to just have him hooping in random matches on Raw, qualifiers and all that kind of stuff for a while. Until he get like just more familiar with everything. Because I think Finn and Dom been here for too long. For Penta to come in a month ago or 2 months ago and it didn't get the belt instead of them. You know what I'm saying? So I think my official prediction is gonna be Dom winning. Dom will win, Finn will be jealous, and that's gonna turn into a whole crazy feud right there. Judgment Day breaking up. Let me see what the chat's saying. Teflon Don. Fun fact, the reason I'm called the Mod Father is because I'm a mod on 7 different channels. One of the best mods in these YouTube streets. Well, that's cool, bro. I appreciate that for sure, man. I definitely appreciate that, man. Catch me some more. I definitely need mods, so I'm gonna start doing some, like, finding some mods, bro. Cause I definitely need mods to moderate the chat as the channel grows and I do live streams and stuff. I think Dank is probably my only mod because Dank been around since I was doing boxing content. So that's the only mod I really got. So I definitely need more mods. So salute, bro. Definitely keeps coming through. Sasha says Finn, he don't need the title. Finn don't need the title, but Finn needs something though, because Finn been doing a lot of good work for no payoff. Finn should have like won over Damian Priest eventually. They never gave him any chance to stand tall. So for me, to what you're saying, Teflon, Dom really deserves it. He's been consistent throughout, and it's his time. I agree with that. This is Dom time. And I don't think Dom is gonna be some dominant champion, but I think it'd be real cute if he get his belt, Liv and Raquel keep their belts, and they could both be champions. You know what I'm saying? And it play into the whole Judgment Day storyline, and that'd be fun. I don't see Dom as a main card type of guy, but he a fun character. Putting an IC belt on him for a couple months won't hurt. Yeah, and Finn is trying to be the leader, of course. So with that being said, y'all, bouncing off that to the tag team titles of Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Bayley, and Lyra Valkyria. In my opinion, Liv Morgan is getting hold in this situation. It's an argument that could be made that Liv should have been in that world title scene still. The fact that she was the #1 merch seller, had the best ratings for women on Raw, was doing the best character work, was doing the best promo work. She been putting on the best matches. She been the workhorse of the division. Wrestling the most, putting on great matches, all of that. She really should have been in that match. But because she wasn't, they gave her the tag titles to kind of keep her as a champion. I think it's kind of lazy cop-out to just give her tag titles because I feel like she deserved better. That Rhea feud was horrible only because Rhea is booked like a damn superhero. Liv never even got the chance to have a good reign because it was only about Rhea. And I think she's more than proved herself, but here we are still, y'all. Liv Morgan in a tag team match for WrestleMania. I guess it's better than last year. She didn't get anything, but she still deserves better, in my opinion. Second part of this, and I hit on it earlier. Why is Lyra in a tag team with Bayley, who she just beat last week for the IC title, and now they're challenging for the tag titles? That's not even a real tag team. This doesn't make sense to me. Why isn't Lyra defending her tag belt? I mean, not her tag belt. How come she's not defending the IC belt? What happened to Roxanne and Bayley? How come we couldn't get Roxanne, Bayley, and Lyra? I don't get it, man. I just don't get that. Like, I think it's lazy booking. You at least could have done Lyra, Bayley, and Roxanne for the IC belt. You're making all these other random triple threats. Make that triple threat. At least that triple threat would have been cool. All three got history. It's for the mid-card belt, so it's not going to be too crazy. It doesn't need a crazy build, but it would have been more interesting. At least you would have shown some respect to the women's IC title. Because right now, the women's mid-card titles are nothing. They're just placeholders right at this point, which is sad. With that being said, y'all, I think, me personally, I think Liv and Raquel will retain. Only because I don't see Bayley and Lyra as a real tag team. That doesn't make sense. So what? Lyra is going to be defending the IC belt and the tag championships? I don't see that happening. I don't see them making Lyra a double champ right now either. Because the assumption is Becky Lynch will come back eventually, even though she says she won't be coming back anytime soon. So if she don't come back anytime soon, so be it. But you got Roxanne about to come up, right? Roxanne been hooping in Royal Rumble and the damn Elimination Chamber. How come she not at Mania? So Roxanne gonna be coming to challenge Lyra. They got a lot of history from NXT. Then you got Steph Kerr, the one and only. Whenever she come up, you know she gonna be going for the belt. Excuse me. And you know Julia from NXT, she gonna be coming for the belt whenever they get brought up. So you got Roxanne, Steph Kerr, and Julia possibly coming up. Ain't no way in the world Lyra is finna be the IC champion and the tag champion. So that doesn't even make sense. And then you know Asuka coming back. Is she gonna come to Raw? She gonna go to SmackDown. And then you know Kairi Sane, she gonna be returning soon. So that women's mid-card scene, it's gonna be popping. And ain't no way Lyra is finna be that champion and the tag team champion. That just wouldn't make sense. It doesn't make sense whatsoever. So I got Liv and Raquel retaining. The chat, what's going on in the chat? He get on everybody nerve in the group. Yeah, Finn does, true. Judah Stratford says, I think Lyra and Bayley could take it. Liv Raquel won those titles 2 months ago, has no defenses. They are props to the Judgment Day. Don't forget that there's a tag match tomorrow for a shot at them. Rox and Cora. I wouldn't be mad at Roxanne and Cora Jade. That'd be cool with me. Because that's a real tag team. You know, they got history together, working together. That'd be cool. And Teflon says, not a fan of this match. The only true women's tag team is Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. Yeah, that's true. They don't get them girls no time on TV. The 10 minutes they had a couple SmackDowns ago, it was so sad. Kaden Carter and Katana Chance, they had 10 minutes in some European show, and that crowd wasn't showing them no love. And the sad part is they was doing a lot in the ring. They was flipping, taking all type of crazy bumps. It was a good match to me. A lot of people enjoyed it, but the international crowd didn't give a damn about it. They didn't cheer, they didn't boo. They was just dead the whole time, and them women was going crazy in that ring. Yeah, but you know, so I think Liv and Raquel will retain. My opinion. My opinion, of course. Y'all, on to Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest. We gotta just say this, y'all. Drew McIntyre, for the year he had, he deserved a bigger and better program. I think we all could agree with that. Damian Priest is not trash, but Priest is not on Drew McIntyre level. And I gotta give it to him. They both are putting in a bunch of effort. I saw even at the pre-show right then and there today, they were fighting on the stage. When Priest put Drew through the windshield, and then Drew, what's the move? Future shocked Priest on the steel stairs and Priest's face. So they're doing what they can to build this fight up. I just don't think this is a feud that anybody wanted to see. If we keeping it a buck, Priest lost a lot of steam because of the whole Terror Twins angle post SummerSlam. It was just horrible with him and Rhea. They were booked too strong, and it made him look horrible as a babyface right there. So I don't understand why they went this way with Priest. I guess Triple H loved Priest. If Priest wasn't on the Mania card, nobody would care, I promise you. But I will say this though, is that Drew McIntyre for sure deserves something better. Because you all remember, we had that Drew McIntyre Bloodline Hunter story. That would have been a perfect culmination to the Bloodline saga. If we would have got Drew versus Roman for WrestleMania. Drew Roman at WrestleMania, Bloodline Hunter story, and Drew beating Roman for the first time in forever. Ever maybe. That would have been a good culmination of that whole story with all the history Drew and Roman have. Going back to the pandemic era and so on and so forth. But for whatever reason, that storyline got dropped out the blue. Many say Roman wasn't interested in putting Drew over. He didn't want to do that feud with Drew. And once that was decided, they freaking kicked Drew to a whole nother brand. And now Drew, for whatever reason, is feuding with Priest. So that's crazy to me, y'all. But like I said, it's not a match people wanted, but I think the match is going to be good. Both are good in the ring. So in my opinion, I think Drew has to win. If y'all seen Rock, The Rock had a little commercial talking about Drew McIntyre. Seems like Drew McIntyre may have signed to The Rock, or they have some type of partnership or sponsorship. Hell, maybe Drew sold out to The Rock. But a lot of the rumors are that Drew and Cody is the first feud Cody gonna have post-Mania. So if we're gonna go at it like that, all the interactions Drew has been having with Cody the past 2 months since he got to SmackDown, I think Drew has to win. I don't think anybody want to see Priest win this match. And if he wins, who cares? Like, where does it go? It doesn't do nothing. So I think Drew for sure is winning this match. And Teflon Don says, I think this is going to be a sleeper match. Drew had a really good year, especially with that feud with Punk. And Clown knows Triple H should have let Drew go after the Bloodline. Bro, I agree 1,000,000,000,000%. Like, Triple H makes the hard stuff. He do the hard stuff, and then the easy stuff that's right there, he make it hard. Like, he don't just take what's there, bro. Put Drew with Roman, put Drew with the Bloodline. Hell, do Drew and Jacob. Damn it. If you got to do somebody beside Roman for the Bloodline, like, you could have did something with that. But no, we get Priest. I don't know. I mean, Triple H be tripping, and I've been talking about Triple H, bro. Triple H been crashing out in the fans because they ain't been liking the booking, bro. Book better. Stop getting mad at everybody. Book better, Triple H. Damn it. That's all that is. Book better. People weren't complaining last year because it was great. They didn't complain at WrestleMania 39 because it was great. Book better. That's all it is, Triple H. What you doing? We got some more time. We'll talk about Triple H a little bit. Let's finish this match card up for night 2. So I got Drew winning that match. On to the women's triple threat match. The true co-main event of the night 2. Though they say they'll open the show. Ending the show, starting the show. Those are the 2 biggest spots. So the women will open the show, but this is really the co-main event of the night. Bianca Belair, Io Sky, Rhea Ripley. Again, another match on paper looks great. On paper, should have main evented night 1 in my opinion. But that was just on paper. In reality, one of the worst built big matches that I remember in recent history. How do you have 3 of the top women, maybe 3 of the 4 top women, with the other woman being Liv? You got 3 of the 4 top women that you don't have a good storyline for them. The best you come up with is Rhea crying and complaining her way into a match, still in a contract to sign it. Bianca as a special guest ref, disqualifying both women. That's how we doing the Triple H. That's the best we got, huh? That's just sad to me. I don't get that, truthfully. But here we are, you know? To me, the disappointment is that this could have been a really, really good feud. These women got history at NXT. These women, I think, in my opinion, Bianca and Io have great chemistry. Io and Rhea, for whatever reason, don't have the greatest chemistry in the ring. I noticed that in their 2 matches. Both of those matches did not deliver. They were not good. So I don't know what's up with that. But I think Bianca and Rhea, you know, they have a nice little flow they got together. But all 3 together, it's supposed to be something legendary. It's supposed to be another night women main event, women showcase, to really Triple H to kind of put his stamp on his statement of women and men. He don't see them differently. That would have been the moment today. But guess what? That didn't happen. They didn't main event. So, in my opinion, the one person that cannot win this match, I'm going to start off with that, is Rhea Ripley. She cannot win this match at all. No circumstances she can win. It's too much for her. Rhea Ripley at this point is overexposed. Rhea Ripley at this point needs to do what Bianca did the past 2 years. Go to mid-card. Go to the tag division. Give the fans some time to miss you. Rebuild yourself. Take a step back. Build up other things to help the company at large. And get out the main title scene. Do y'all know every one of Rhea Ripley WrestleManias, she's been challenging for some gold. 6 straight WrestleMania years, she's been challenging for gold. That's ridiculous. So at this point, Rhea Ripley needs to take a back seat. Go rebuild her character. Work on her in-ring skills because she's been looking rusty. And refresh her character a little bit. If we know anything about Rhea Ripley, if you've been paying attention, Rhea and her booking, I've done multiple videos about it. The way they book Rhea is way too strong. When Rhea was going at Liv, she would go through the whole Judgment Day. Through Liv, Raquel, and the men. For the damn War Games, Survivor Series, y'all. It was Rhea. When Rhea came into the ring, the other team had the 2 women's champions. They had Liv, Raquel, Tiffany Stratton, Nia Jax, and I forgot who the last woman was for War Games. Rhea would run in the ring during that build and take out the whole team. How does Rhea take out both champions? Like, you can't book her that strong, bro. They got Rhea beating up men. They got her cucking Dom. All that cuck dominatrix stuff, that gotta stop. If you pay attention to anything socially, men and women are trying to go back to more traditional values. All that weirdo cuck stuff, that ain't working at all. Like, the reason why Liv and Dom was such a hit with fans because it's just traditional man, woman, Dom being treated like a man, Liv being girly and cute, supporting her man, Dom loving Liv. That's all it was. That's why it was so great. Like, you got Dom getting riptided by Rhea every other night. Like, that's why Dom is having a hard issue being taken seriously as a solo act, because he is viewed so weak because you letting a woman beat you up. So like now Rhea has even admitted a while ago that her booking is so strong that it hurts whoever she's working with. It hurts the division. The top star working with somebody is supposed to build up that person to make them bigger. Like if Roman worked with somebody during the Bloodline story, they got bigger, they got elevated. When Rhea work with people, they don't get elevated. If anything, they de-elevate. They don't get better working with Rhea. We saw it with Liv and Rhea. People hating on Liv, saying, "Oh, Liv, she just don't got it. She not that." Come to find out, before Rhea came back, Liv Dom took off, ratings skyrocketed. Liv doing great merch. People invested in the storyline. Rhea comes back, it start going downhill. SummerSlam comes, it shoots back up because the match is great, and then Liv and Dom have their romance. After SummerSlam, it craters because every week Rhea is coming out making Liv run away. Rhea coming out running through the whole division. But then the moment Liv gets away from Rhea after Netflix, Liv never got a rematch either for that title, right? Rhea's gotten 4-5 rematches in the past year. Liv has gotten 0. Liv has been putting on the best matches. She's been involved in 4 to 5 storylines, and the crowd loves Liv. And now we see Rhea with Io and Bianca, 2 other top women. Bianca probably the other top woman, and Rhea's still running through both of them. Rhea over here riptiding Bianca Belair off the top ropes on a random Raw. Bianca is the strongest woman in kayfabe, or being second strongest beside Rhea, right? She's supposed to be Rhea's equal, but she can get riptided off the top rope like nothing. And Io is supposed to be your champion, and she just gets mushed the whole feud and gets dismissed. That ain't how you do that. That's not how you do that. And the fans have turned on Rhea in many ways because they're sick of that one-sided booking with Rhea. What's fun about one-sided booking? There's nothing fun about you going into a feud with somebody and knowing it's no chance in hell this person even competes in the feud. Who gonna want to watch that? You know Cody versus KO. Cody was gonna win, but you knew KO was gonna look great. It was a chance KO won, maybe. He's gonna make it tough. With Rhea, her feuds, it's not gonna even be close. She gonna wipe anybody. Man, woman, or child. They could book Rhea versus Jacob Fatu right now. Rhea gonna stand tall the whole feud, wipe him. That's crazy. But that's how much Triple H is infatuated with Rhea Ripley. Well, we can't even get honest bills with her. And it's hurting her character. It's making people turn on her. She coming out defending the booking don't help her either. At least be honest about it. You were at one point, now you're just delusional. Because people saying you could politic Rhea to fix this, but clearly she's not. So people are not blaming the booking, they blaming Rhea. And deservedly so at this point if you're condoning it, Rhea. The chat says the Teflon Don back in the chat says, my heart is telling me, Bianca, I love to see our queens be great, but for some reason I feel like Io is going to take it. Side note, Rhea does not need to be in it. Bianca won EC fair and square. Yeah, bro, that's another thing, y'all. The whole booking of Rhea was she over here asking Bianca, why are you even out here? Why were you out there? Bianca said, I won Elimination Chamber. I wanted to see who my opponent was. I'm in the ring with Io about to sign a contract because I won Elimination Chamber. Like, it was just people saying Rhea got CTE and she only 28. How is your gimmick a CTE gimmick? That's crazy. You a gaslighter. That's your character gimmick? That's crazy. It just didn't make sense, the whole feud, bro. The storyline was horrible. Judah Stratford says they probably won't push Rhea to the backside, sadly, for her being a world champion recently. Her in-ring skills are questionable. Bro, name me a great Rhea Ripley match since WrestleMania 39, in which, if you really watch that match back, Charlotte carried Rhea. Charlotte made that match great. It wasn't Rhea. Rhea took some good bumps, but Charlotte made that match great. It wasn't Rhea. Teflon back in the chat says, and also, why the hell is Nia not in the card? Triple H, she needs to do better. Nia had a great year. Love her or hate her, she had a great year. She not in the card either. I'm gonna do a whole video about people that's not on WrestleMania cards, y'all. I ain't gonna do it tomorrow because Mania, but after Mania, the week after Mania, we're gonna talk about the snubs of WrestleMania. Because it was way too many snubs, in my opinion. What's the point of 2 nights and you still ain't getting everybody that you need on the card? And Shasha says Ripley needs to take a break. Ripley, they book her like a superhuman. Teflon says Rhea reminds him of China. I mean, that's nice, but you still gotta book it right, bro. That's I know you had that heartfelt connection with Rhea, but if you wanted to do right by China, you should have did right by her while she was alive. You didn't do that to China though. We heard about the stories with Triple H in China. You're trying to make up for lost time. China's gone. What was this when the woman was alive? Now you're gonna just push Rhea like a mutant to make up for it? No, that ain't right. Nova Ninja, what's going on, Nova Ninja? Says Bianca is stronger than Rhea, and they making Rhea look stronger than Bianca. That's another thing that I hate. Without a doubt, Bianca is stronger than Rhea. Bianca is stronger. She faster. She more explosive. She more athletic. She look better. I mean, but they just make it so Rhea just so. I just don't get that. It's too much, you know. I'll be damned if Rhea and Jade feud and Rhea acting stronger than Jade. We're gonna have a real problem. You know what I'm saying? That's unacceptable. With that being said, in this triple threat match, Teflon, I'm in Houston, bro. Yeah, you know, got the Whataburger Cup. I'm in Houston, man. You know, we love Whataburger down here in Texas. This match with the women, it's got to be between Io and Bianca, right? In my opinion, I'm gonna say who I want to win. In my opinion, I'm rooting for Bianca Belair to win. I think Bianca Belair should win because I think of it like this, right? Whoever wins needs to then have a really good program after that. You got to have a path as a champ after that, right? If Io wins, who does she face after this? When Liv was the champ, Liv and Io already feuded, right? Then Io already feuded with Rhea. We've seen Io and Bianca quite a bit when Bianca was champion. Or really that was like Damage Control, you know, Asuka more so than Io. But we've seen Io and Bianca. So my thing is that now, would you rather see Io versus maybe, I don't know, you try to put Roxanne in there, try to elevate Lyra, Bailey. We seen Io Bailey last year. I don't think Io got a lot. Will Asuka come back and that be a feud there? So to me, I wouldn't be mad if Io won, but to me, Bianca got the best matches after Mania if she wins. So not only do I like Bianca more, I think she'll give us the best TV after this and the best feuds. That's why I really want her to win. And I'm pulling for her and predict her she will win. Because Bianca, has been in the mid card for 2 years in the tag division. She elevated the tag division. Bianca has the whole Jade Naomi situation. That right there is bigger and better than anything Io got right now. Bianca, if they want it, could feud with Rhea after this, one-on-one. And the one, I'm going to tell you, the one that really got me most interested for Bianca, y'all know SummerSlam is in New Jersey, right? And who from New Jersey? Liv Morgan. Bianca and Liv got so much beef, and they've been having so much back and forth between their matches at between their great hooping session in the Elimination Chamber. Liv beat Bianca and Naomi for the titles, the tag titles. I think, and I want personally, I want Liv versus Bianca for SummerSlam, night 1 main event in New Jersey. So that's why I want Bianca to win. Beyond me just liking the sister and appreciating the work she do. Then on top of that, imagine if Naomi win Money in the Bank. That feud there. You know, that's 3 great feuds right there. Naomi, Liv, Rhea. That's 3 feuds for Bianca already, y'all. 3 more than Io got. And then y'all already know Bianca and Jade, that's the one they want. That's a main event level feud for next year. So for me, that's 4 great feuds. Just boom, quick for Bianca. So I wouldn't be mad if Io won. I like Io Sky. She cool. She's great. I really like Io. But I'm pulling for Bianca in this one, without a doubt. Judah Stratford says, I think Bianca should win as well. She never beat Io or Rhea. That's what I'm saying, man. And then y'all know Bianca got her undefeated streak. Even though she lost her first Mania, but she wasn't pinned. She's never been pinned at Mania. I see they switched it from undefeated to never been pinned, right? That's a good little thing they got going for her. Let that continue on. If somebody beat her, let it be Jade that pin her. You know what I'm saying? And then Sasha says, Rhea, she's going to dominate the match. Rhea, she is not China. I agree. Rhea is definitely not China. I need to stop trying to remake China and let these wrestlers be who they are. That's the biggest issue. Stop trying to force people to be something. Stop trying to make Damian Priest Undertaker. He'll never be Undertaker. Stop making Rhea freaking China. She's not China. Let them be themselves. Don't make Cody John Cena. I'm happy Cody is himself. You know what I'm saying? So that's frustrating, man. But yeah, that's the women's triple threat match, y'all. That's gonna be a great one though. So we gotta say salute to that match overall. And then finally, y'all, night 2, we get to the main event of the whole WrestleMania. My boy Cody Rhodes, my GOAT John Cena. We here, y'all. I'm gonna just say it right now. I ain't gonna even hold back. Cody Rhodes needs to win. Cody needs to win for the simple reason John Cena has not been showing up, y'all. It's nothing worse than a person winning and not showing up. You forget about the belt. They do all these segments to try to work around the champ schedule. These things feel weird and awkward. You got Cody out there the whole bill, a lot of the times by itself, cutting promos to the crowd, cutting promos to nobody, trying to just keep life into their feud because his opponent's not showing up. That's the worst thing in the world. So if Cena not gonna show up, I don't want Cena to get it right now. Cody deserves it. Cody is the workhorse. Cody worked the most matches of all wrestlers in the company. Cody QB1, he do all the press, everything. He should keep it. He deserves a title defense at Mania. And him beating Cena will be a feather in the cap to Cody. I beat Cena his last Mania. a true passing of the torch moment. Because WWE wasn't looking for another Roman. They were looking for a new Cena. And Cody is that. So beating Cena at his last Mania will be official. Here you go, Cody. It's you. It's only you. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, too, John Cena, if he were to win 17 right now, that kind of ruins the rest of the year, right? The whole year should be him chasing 17. The whole year should be him trying to get that. But if he gets it so quickly in April, what is he going to do for the next 8 months? They have him turn heel. You lose to Cody, and then you're still a heel and you go through your whole rogues gallery. CM Punk, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, all these people. And what my prediction is, y'all, if I had to book this year for Cody on a big picture view, Cody loses to Randy Orton at SummerSlam. And eventually, Randy Orton and John Cena fight towards the end of the year, November, December. And John Cena beats Randy Orton for 17. That's my plan, if I could have it my way. Because I'm not saying Cody needs to hold the belt for another 2-3 years and go on a reign like Roman. That was too long for Roman to keep the belt. But I think Cody having it through one Mania, through SummerSlam for a year and a half, that'd be a good one. You know, then Cody get him another title reign in. Maybe next WrestleMania, he'll win it back. Something like that. You know what I'm saying? That way you don't overexpose Cody. Still gonna be Cody, but you won't have him reigning for too long and the reign getting stale. Roman's reign was stale for at least a good year or two. So I don't want that to happen to Cody. But I do think he need to retain right now, without a doubt. Cena's whole journey to me will be him being a heel right now. He'll stay a heel for most of the year, but each and every feud he has will be them chipping away at that and him eventually turning back to become a babyface. And then the way we get Cody and Randy is that Randy will turn on Cody. Randy will be the heel when him and John Cena face off. Cena had came full circle back to being a babyface. Randy will be the heel. And John Cena will win 17, go out on top with the fans cheering him as a babyface, like he was for all this time. So that's my plan for that, y'all. So I definitely think Cody Rhodes should retain without a doubt. And I think too it makes sense because if y'all know the tea leaves, and I said it earlier, the first planned feud for Cody after Mania is Drew McIntyre. So that's why I think Drew has to win, and I think Cody has to win. They've been teasing that a lot. So Cody Drew through Backlash, through Money in the Bank, I think it'll be a great feud right there. And then from there, we get Cody Randy. And that's going to be some hooping right there, y'all. And that's your boy Woke. Predictions for night 2 of WrestleMania. I got Cody Rhodes over John Cena. I got Bianca Belair winning the women's triple threat match. I got Drew McIntyre beating Damian Priest. I got Liv and Raquel retaining the women's tag titles. I got Dominic Mysterio winning the Intercontinental Championship and Finn turning on him. And then after that, I want AJ Styles to win. But for whatever reason, I think we'll get Logan Paul winning. And then beyond that, Randy winning his open challenge. And if Chelsea has an open challenge, she'll win that. So those are my official predictions for WrestleMania night 1 and night 2. Y'all with the chat, what's going on in the chat, man? We got one more topic to cover before we get up out of here. So we're going to stick around. We got some more show to go. My boy Shasha says, Ripley, no more rematches. Yeah, man, Ripley, she got to get out the title scene. Devon Deadly too. I think Jay's going to beat Naomi or the other way around. I don't see the I don't see what Naomi winning would do for Jade, because Jade supposed to be the next big thing in the women's division. So I just don't think her losing would be smart right now. She could lose. She could lose, but not right now. She could lose the second one. Then they'll do a trilogy. She'll win that one too. Sasha says Liv's Io have a good match on Saturday Night Main Event. Yeah, man, Liv and Io had a great match. Liv, Bianca, Naomi, Raquel, a good match raw. Yeah, that was good too. The Teflon Don says Fire Stream definitely will be back. And question, are you going to be live streaming WrestleMania? If so, I'll be there. I'm gonna be going live after Mania. Immediately, both nights of Mania, I'm gonna be going live, y'all. I don't want to live stream Mania just because I'm gonna be yelling and focus on the match. And I don't want to just be over here not talking to y'all. But as soon as it ends, I'm gonna be going live. We're gonna go live all night. I'm gonna have special guests, have my partner up here with me. If I could get him to join, so that'd be great. One more topic though, y'all. We got to talk about y'all MAGA tribal chief. Y'all been hearing him. I got to talk about y'all boy Roman Reigns. Yeah, man. Let me change the picture right quick. We got to talk about Roman Reigns. Y'all know we couldn't let Roman get off the hook that easy now. We gotta talk about your boy, man. I know y'all ain't gonna like it, but it is what it is, though. And let me say, look, I ain't gonna make fun of Roman too much, but we gotta talk about this, man. Where that picture at? Let me pull that picture up of Roman and your boy T Beezy, man. Y'all boy, not my boy. Yeah. We're gonna do that. We gotta talk about y'all tribal chief real quick. Let's see. Yeah, Roman for Trump, y'all. We gotta talk about it. Look, y'all know your boy woke. If y'all don't know me, I am not a political person. Politics is not something I get into. You know, I don't vote. I don't care for either side personally. Neither are for my people at the end of the day, so I don't care for them. With that being said, the fan backlash to Roman Reigns coming out in support of Donald Trump is funny to me, first and foremost. I think it's hilarious. But I think the fans are having a wake-up call to say, like, man, we should not be worshiping and idolizing anybody. At the end of the day, these wrestlers, y'all, these wrestlers are just entertainers, okay? You don't idolize wrestlers. You don't idolize anybody up in here, y'all. Because these people, you don't know them at the end of the day. And that's what a lot of these Roman fans are waking up to, is that, well, damn, bro. The goddamn, our tribal chief, he loves Donald Trump. Are people wrong for trying to put their opinion on Roman? In ways you can understand why some people are frustrated about that, right? They feel like Trump represents things that they don't stand for. They feel like he represents hate, fascism, and so many other things that are bad, right? But then you have Roman Reigns, who says he's a Democrat, but he's a centrist, whatever that means. And he represents and respects the president. And so he supports him. Is she wrong for that? That's his opinion. I don't care personally, but that's what he thinks. A lot of the IWC and wrestling fans are very left heavy. How come they couldn't suspect this from Roman? Him and his family had always dropped little breadcrumbs that this could be the case. It's not surprising to anybody that's been paying attention. But here we are, y'all. So I think this should just be a wake-up call. I know Roman has a lot of black fans. They seem the most hurt by this. A lot of fans that are, you know, pro-liberal and whatnot. Y'all, this is the wake-up call, man. Better vet the people you represent so they can align with what you believe in. Or learn to make that separation. Stop idolizing men Respect them for the work they do in the ring. Respect them for what they do to entertain you. But you leave it there. You don't worship Joe Anoa'i, right? Because at the end of the day, nobody knows who Roman Reigns is outside of wrestling. We have a perception of who he is. You may know he has kids. You may know he has a wife, but you don't know him. You know what I'm saying? In interviews, people could put on any type of front they want. But that doesn't mean that's who they are truly. So for me, the backlash is funny because it's like he worked so hard to finally get to this point where the fans love and adore him after going through the whole big dog era. And here he is. Whether you agree with him or not, you got to admit, PR-wise, it does him no favors. It does WWE no favors to be closely in line with Trump. So one way or the other, it's a tough look. It's been a really, really hard week for WWE. A lot of controversial things coming out that may not necessarily help their public perception. So it is what it is, y'all. Don't worship these people, man. Because all they're going to do when you worship a man, one thing for certain is going to happen. Is they're going to disappoint you. One way or the other. So don't even set yourself up for that heartbreak. Go ahead. Make sure you're actually supporting the good things in your life. Entertainers are people at the end of the day. You don't know what they've done behind closed doors. You don't know how they've gotten to this point in life. All you know is what you see on TV. Appreciate the show. And when the show is off, turn it off, bro. You ain't got to do all the extra stuff. You know what I'm saying? Love your family. Love those that love you. Try to make a positive change in the world. But celebrities oftentimes are not the best morally. Celebrities, I've learned that with learning about the truth about Hollywood, man. Them Hollywood people are no good. Most of them. Even the ones that appear good, they don't be that good, bro. They don't be that good. So Roman may be a great man outside this. And I'm not saying him representing Trump doesn't make him a good man. I don't care, personally. I'm just telling y'all that do care, this is a wake-up call. Don't worship this dude. Don't worship anybody. Don't worship Cody. Don't worship Cena, The Rock, Stone Cold, Undertaker. Nobody. Look at the Hulk Hogan situation we had years ago. Hulk Hogan was on top of the world. Undisputed GOAT of wrestling. All of that. Come to find out, Hulk Hogan erases. Was I surprised? No. Hulk Hogan is an old white man at the end of the day. I wasn't surprised, y'all. I mean, do I take it personally? Personally, you can't be surprised by things that you understand occur in the world. Hulk Hogan was a great wrestler in the ring. I never knew whatever Hulk Hogan's real name was. I think his real name is Terry something. Whatever his real name is, whatever Terry do in real life, I didn't know Terry. So if he was like that, that's okay, because I didn't know that. That's his prerogative. I don't worry about that. That don't affect me and my people. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't idolize Hulk Hogan. I never worshiped the man he was. I liked his TV character. I thought Hollywood Hogan was cool. But I'm not about to condone what he did at all either. I don't fuck with none of that. And he rightly gets booed, in my opinion. But in the same time, if somebody still like Hulk Hogan, I ain't gonna hold it against them. Whatever, you like the character, it is what it is. But I say all that to say, you don't worship these entertainers. You don't worship celebrities. You don't worship people with money, bro. You don't know them. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you don't know these people. You don't know them. And if you want to hold Roman accountable for this, that's totally fair too. Let me say that. That's totally fine. But just make sure you keep that same energy, right? if we start doing this, let's be consistent. Whatever stance you take as a fan, whether you care, whether you don't care, whether you make it a big deal or not, be consistent. For me, learning about these rappers, learning about these actors and actresses, most of them are not great people, bro. And like as a kid, as a teenager, finding that out, it tore me up, because I was like, wow, I thought this person was like this and they're not. So I made the decision a long time ago where I'm gonna appreciate the art and I'm gonna leave it there. I don't want to follow them on Instagram. I don't care about their families. Even these athletes, I like the athletes, but I leave it there. I don't care. Like one of my favorite athletes, James Harden, bro, Houston. He great on the court. I like Harden, the athlete, the hooper. I think his shoes cool, but that's it. I know some things about him in his personal life, but truly, I don't care about all that, bro. That's his prerogative. Because if I start digging deep, I'm be disappointed. Because he's still a man at the end of the day. Men are flawed. So you're gonna set yourself up for heartbreak every single time, putting anybody on a pedestal. You know what I'm saying? So don't do it. Don't set yourself up. Don't play yourself. That's my advice to anybody on this topic, If you're in the building, hit the like button, man. Subscribe to your boy channel, bro. We're trying to get to 2200 before Mania. I don't think I'm gonna make it there, but if we get to 2180, that'll work. 2180 will be great. 218, I like that number. My boy Teflon Devon Deadly says, off topic, a Zoe Stark and a B-Fab match would be a good, intriguing match. Yeah, I like B-Fab. I like Zoe Stark too. Zoe Stark's very talented in the ring. She need to get away from Shayna Baszler though. She need to get away from Shayna Baszler, 100%. She is bringing Zoe Stark down, and B-Fab is real talented. She's very pretty. B-Fab is great. She work hard too, so I like her. She got great promos too. She getting proven in the ring. So hey, I like that. Man, Teflon Don says, I don't care about his personal life. I like his fictional character. My Frieza voice for my DBZ fans. Roman dance for me, monkey. Hey, bro. At the end of the day, that's what these people are. They're avatars meant to entertain. And for that entertainment, they get paid a lot. And that's just what it is, bro. It ain't nothing. Don't expect nothing else from them, bro. Entertain, and they going home counting their money. That's all it is, bro. So that's just what they expect from celebrities, bro. Expect anything more from a celebrity, you're setting yourself up for heartache. You're setting yourself up for disappointment, 100%, y'all. So yay, that's the show. But y'all, before we go, tomorrow night we will be going live after Mania. Both nights we're going live after WrestleMania. Both nights. So if you have not subscribed to the channel, subscribe. Hit the bell icon on the notification so you get it as soon as I go live. We got a lot to cover both nights. I assume we're going to have probably 3-4 hour streams both nights. I'll be bringing a guest or two on both nights. Full breakdown, full analysis, storytelling, where we can go from here. What does this mean? And it's gonna be crazy, y'all. So make sure if you ain't subscribed, subscribe to the channel, like this video, show your boy some love. We start getting super chats. We start doing even more stuff on the channel, y'all. So support any way you can. If you don't want to support super chat, Cash App on the screen. But any way, shape, or form, I appreciate everybody that stopped through tonight, that's showing me love. I appreciate all the channel growth, y'all. So I look forward to Mania. Though it hadn't been the greatest build, I think it'll still be fun at the end of the day to see these matches. A bad build doesn't mean the match is gonna be bad. So that's what I'm hoping on. We get great matches and great finishes above all things. And we get some great stories heading out of Mania. So that'll be awesome. Before we get up out of here too, rumors have it Stone Cold Steve Austin may be helping Cody. So be on the lookout for that. Rumors have it The Rock will show up also. Don't be surprised if Seth Rollins turns heel or Drew McIntyre turns and teams with The Rock. Because if Cody beats Cena, and they've been saying Cody versus Drew after will be the first feud after this, that might be why Drew got a pretty weak match for Mania, because he's going to be involved in the main event and turning heel and selling out. Well, he's already a heel, truly, but selling out to The Rock. So those are the rumors right now. Drew is going to be partnering with The Rock. Seth may turn heel, and Stone Cold will come out to help Cody, and The Rock is going to show up. So y'all be sure to make sure you tap back in after Mania, y'all. We got to talk about all the speculation, all the news, all the rumors. You know your boy Woke got the tea. So I appreciate y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe. Tomorrow night is going down. Be on the lookout. I will probably drop a video tomorrow. If not tomorrow, we gonna just run a live stream tomorrow night. Probably maybe a video tomorrow, maybe not before Mania. Might be too busy. But until next time, y'all, I appreciate y'all. Y'all be blessed. Y'all have a great Mania. Be ready. It's gonna be epic. I appreciate y'all so much. Subscribe to me on Twitter too. Go follow your boy on Twitter. We be cooking over there. But yeah, until next time, y'all. Thank y'all for stopping in. Salute, salute.